At, at the same time, we discussed about what is instance variable. Another one is like what is static variable. The next one is like what? What is come on, static, instance, and local. What is the local variable or not? Okay. So let me write something here. So instance variables, how many ways we can access? Instance variables, how many ways we can access? Any one of you? Instance variables, how many ways we can access? Tell me, instance variables, how many ways we can access? Anyone? Instance variables, how many ways you can access? Don't know.
By using the
By using?
ob-
By using?
objects.
By using an object. Okay. Is there any other way? Is there?
And class name.
And class name. Instance variables can I access through class name? Instance variables can I access through class name? Is it possible? Instance variable can I access through class name? Is it possible? No, right? Instance variables we can access only by using an object only, not by using class name, right? Static variables how we can access? Static variable how we can access? Static variable how we can access? Hmm? Static variable how we can access? Hmm. How many ways we can access static variables?
Through object.
Only object. By using an object we can access at the same time by using
Class name.
by using an object we can access at the same time by using
Class name.
class name also, right? By using class name also we can access it. By using class name also we can access it. Okay, so if it is like instance variable, we can access using object. If it is like a static variable, we can access using an object and by using class name also or not in Python. That's all. If it is like a local variable, then it is like a local variable, then if it is like a local variable, then directly with the name, right? Directly with the name of the variable, we can access it or not. Yes or no? The next one is like instance methods. Instance methods. How we can access instance methods? Using an object, I can access. Okay. By using class also, we can access, but we need to do something extra properties. You have to pass it using class also. Static Static methods I can access using an object as well as by using class also. Another one is what? Class methods, how we can access. Class methods, how we can access. Class methods, how we can access. Anyone? Let me open our workspace folder. You can come to know, okay, where is our workspace folder? Go to Python 88, Jupyter workspace. Let's go with the first point. Instance variables I can access by using one, by using object. So instance variable, how we can create, which variable we can say like an instance variable, the variable which you created by using self, by using current object. So how we can, where we can create instance variable, 99% we can create instance variable where, we can create the instance variable where, Hmm, in the constructor. Okay, why in the constructor, why not remaining places means I can say confidently myself is available in the constructor. Why I can say myself is available in the constructor means very simple reason. Whenever you create an object, then only my constructor is going to execute it. Object available means yes, my current object is available means okay, I can represent that current object by using self. Okay, they are going to pass current object as a parameter or not. I can say confidently my current object is available. My current object is available in the constructor or not, so that if you want to do any operations by using self, I prefer like constructor. Okay. Now you created a one which variable, instance variable. Can I create an object? Yes, you create an object. Okay. Now can I write like a o dot name? Will it work or not work? Yes. Can I write like test dot name? Test dot name. Will it work? By using class name? No. The first statement is okay or not? Instance variable I can access using an object. Next, static variables. Static variable means class level variable. Okay, inside the class, outside the methods. My runs equals to 20,000 for example. Okay, now static variable I created runs. So o dot runs able to access or not by using an object. A or test dot runs I am able to access or not. Say this. So my static variables I can access using an object as well as using a class name. Okay, but prefer try to take, okay, try to access using the class name. Okay, now local variable. Local variable, how we can access the local variable? For example, in this particular method only I have my location equals to Mumbai. Now tell me, this particular one, what we can say inside the method, if you declare a variable or a argument argument, that type of variables we can say like a local to that particular method or function. So print LOC. So how we can access the local variable? Say this. My LOC is the local variable. How we can access Mumbai? How we can access? Come on. How you can access? I can access by using the name itself, right? Variable name itself or not. So instance variables I can access using an object. Static variable I can access by using an object as well as class name, and local variables I can access by using the name itself or not. That's all. So when you can go with the local, when you can go with the instance, when you can go with the static, can anyone give me one example? When you can go with the local, when you can go with the instance, when you can go with the static, any one of you? Okay, in this requirement, I have to declare a static variable. In this requirement, I have to declare like an instance variable, that kind of scenarios. Anyone? Hmm? Any one of you? You have an idea? Very simple. The value of the variable, the value of the variable is common for all objects. The value of the variable, okay, is the same from one object to another object, means the value of the variable is common for all the objects. That time declare that variable as a static. Best example is like what, I want to represent the data about the students in one school. So here student name roll number is different, but the school name is common for all the students or not. So one student to another student means one object to another object, that data is like common. That the reason I declared the school name is like what, static variable or not. The value of the variable is different from one object to another object. See this. His name is different, his roll number is different. Whenever the value of the object, okay, value of the variable is different from one object to another object, then you can go with what? A instance variable or not. Understood, everyone? Then you can go with the instance variable. Here, okay or not? The next one is like a come to the methods. Tell me how we can. I have one more class is there. Here I have a method. Okay. Now print f1. I have one more method is there. Div f2. Okay. Print. Now these two methods, by seeing this one, which kind of methods? Static, instance, or class? These methods or which kind of methods? Either static or instance or class. These are which kind of methods? By seeing this one, okay, tell me. Which kind of methods these two? These two, okay, there is no decorator, nothing means. By default, you can consider as a instance methods. By default, you can consider as a instance methods. Whenever the instance method, okay, whenever the instance method, if you want to access, okay, how many ways we can access the instance method? How many ways we can access the instance method? Okay, one is like using a class name also you can access it. See this. Using a class name also you can access it or not. Okay, using object also you can access it. See this. Using object also you can access it. But if it is like an object, can anyone tell me? It is execute or it gives me an error. If I execute this statement, will it execute or it gives me an error?
Error.
It gives me an error. What is that error? If it is by using class name, if I access, there is no error, nothing, directly I'm able to access. If it is like an object, if I try to access, okay, like this, I mean, o2 dot f1, okay, if I execute this statement, then,
Take positional argument.
okay, it is like one was given, but you not hold that particular positional parameter or not. Which one is given? Whenever you access a method using an object, they pass the object as a parameter or not. So one positional parameter, but one was given, but you not take any positional parameters, zero positional parameters you handled, but one was given. Okay, so that whenever by using an object, if you access a method, what you have to do, they are passing one of the argument, you have to hold it or not. Yes or no? What is that argument? What is that argument? Current object. Whenever I hold like this one is going to fail. Okay, see this? This is going to fail or not. It is taking one, but you not supplied, right? Missing one required position parameter or not. That time you can pass whatever you want. See, if it is like instance method, better to go with okay object reference. If it is like a class, okay, there has some mismatching. Okay, this is one way you need to call, this is one more way you have to pass some data, all this stuff you have to handle it or not. So if we are able to call by using the class name, yes, this is only the proof. See this, test2 is my class name, I am able to call by using test2 f1 or not. We are able to call, but it is not recommended or not. Agree with me? If it is like an instance, I recommended you to call that particular method using a object. Okay, how we can make this particular method as a static? How we can at the rate static method, it's a decorator. Now onwards, this particular method is like a static method. Whenever, see the statement, whenever it is like instance method, you can create, you can call using an object, and you can call using a class name. Whenever it is like a static method, see how you can call. Now execute this one f2 by using, okay, you can create an object, By using an object, we can call it or not. O2 dot F2. Are you able to call or not? Say this. Yes. Using a class name also, we are able to call or not. Say this. We are able to call or not. Yes. But one thing you have to remember. Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess? One thing you have to keep in your mind. Can anyone guess? See, whenever I call o2.f1 by using what? By using object, f1 is an instance method. Whenever I call a instance method using an object, those people pass what? Those people pass one, okay, come on, one parameter or not? Yes or no? If I call a instance variable, if I call a instance method using an object, see this is the instance method. Using an object I am calling, that time my Python people only pass what? Your current class object or not? Yes or no? So that they passed, this statement turned to be like this. When if it is a instance method, you called using an object. But same story. You are calling F2. F2 is which kind of method? Instance or static? Tell me. F2 is which kind of method? Instance or static? Static method. Whenever you call the static method using an object, see this, whenever you call instance method using an object, they passed one argument, that is the class object, that is the current class object. Whenever you call F2, whenever you call, it is a static method using an object, did they pass anything? It is equals to what? It is equals to o2.f2 only or not? Yes or no? See, I didn't handle or I didn't receive any value or not. Okay. Now, if I write like a self here, if I write like a self here, then see. Now I create an object for that class. Okay, now there is no error. Why? Because the instance method called by using object, so that my Python pass your object as a parameter to my instance in the background internally or not. Yes or no? Internally it's passed or not. But if you come to this one, F2 is which kind of method? F2 is which kind of method? It's like instance method or static method? F2 is which kind of method? By seeing this syntax. F2 is which kind of method? Instance or static? Static. Static method you can access by using an object reference. But here, see, you can get an error. They not passed the self or not. See, missing one required positional argument self. If you access a static member or static method using an object, that time they not pass your current class object as an argument or not. So that if they not pass, you can remove this one, so there is no issue. Now you can see, you can get the expected output is like what? F2. Understood the difference? Okay, let me repeat. If you call instance method using an object, they passed current class object as a argument. If you call static method using an object, they didn't pass any arguments. This is only the proof. See this. It is an instance method. It is turned to be like this. They pass the current class object. If it is like a static method, they not change anything. How you are calling, same like that only they called or not. Agree with me all? Or if it is like a static method, if it is like a static method, we can access by using what? If it is like a static method, we can access by using what? By using class name also or not. So the point is, see, if it is like an instance methods, you can call by using an object as well as by using a class. If it is like a static methods, we can call by using an object as well as by using class also. Up to here, okay, everyone? Come on. Up to here, okay or not? Okay, the next method is what? Another kind of method is what? Come on, another kind of method is what? It is a class methods or not? Yes or no? Class methods. How we can declare a class method? How we can declare a class method? If it is like an instance, there is no decorator, nothing. If it is like an instance, there is no decorator, nothing. But if it is like a class, okay, see, and again, for our understanding purpose, we explained like this. But in your case, if it is like an instance method, 99% they access using an object. If it is like a static method, 99% they access by using a class name. Okay, but you can access here by using class name, access here by using an object, but rare, no one use 99%, no one use that one. If you also create instance method, try to access using an object. If you create a static method, try to access using a class name. But by using an object also you can access, by using class also we can access. Okay, so this is one of the proof. Understood everyone? Yes or no? Okay. Now my question is very simple and straight question. When you can go with the static variables, when you can static methods, when you can go with the instance method, when you can go with the static variable and when you can go with the instance variable, we completed. The data is like vary from object to object, instance. The data is common for all the objects, static. Here my question is when you can go with the instance method, when you can go with the static method. Come on. When you can go with the instance, when you can go with the static. One simple example, very simple. See, we have static variables, we have instance variables, right? Can anyone answer my question? In this particular, in this particular method, can I access the instance variables? In this particular method, can I access the instance variables? Tell me. If you want to access the instance variables, how we can access instance variables? By using instance. Instance is nothing but by using an object. Can anyone tell me in this particular static method, do you have any object? Tell me. In this particular static method, do you have any object? Come on. In this particular method, do you have any object? Hmm? In this method, do you have any object or not having? Simple, right? Self is there or not there?
Not there.
Not there. Okay, here self is there or not there?
There.
There. So my question is, if I have a functionality to access instance variables as well as static variables also, both instance and static variables. I want to perform some operation. Then that time, which kind of methods you want me to write? Both I want, instance or static, both. Which kind of methods you want me to write? Instance methods or static methods are? Come on. I have a class test3. Okay, I have name equals to Sachin. Yes. Okay, I have one instance variable is like occurrence equals 20,000. Now I have one f1 is there. I have one f1 is there. I have one more f2 is there. Is there. Now my f1 is a static method. Static method. Now my requirement is I want a method access the static variable as well as instance variable. Is it possible here? Is it possible here? Tell me. Is it possible here? if it is like instance variable, okay, while calling this particular method, they passed what? One parameter. What is that parameter? Come on, current class object or not? Now, if you want to access both static and static and instance variables here, possible or not possible? Print self dot runs and print test3 dot name. Possible or not possible? As I said, static variables I want to access using a class. Static variables, okay, instance variables I want to access by using object. So if I create an object where O equals to test3, test3. Now see O3 dot F1. Both I can able to access or not. But now if I come here, print test3 dot name, test3 dot name. It's a static in, okay, which variable? It is which variable? Static or instance? It is like a static variable. So, okay, static method this is. You want me to call by using? You can call object or you can call class, but recommended static members call by using a class name. Test3 dot f2. Yes. Okay. In the static method, I'm able to access the static variable. What about instance variable? Can I access like this? Self dot runs. Possible or not possible? First of all, self is there or not there? Self is there or not there? Instance variable. Okay. Instance method you called. Whenever you call the instance method, then what happened? Internally, it is turned to be like this. O3 dot f1 of O3. Okay, they passed what? Current class object. But if I call like this, then it didn't change anything. It is equals to what? You call f2, that's it. Okay, so here my self is available or not available? My self is not available. That's the reason. If the self is not available, self is not defined error, you can get it or not. So what you can understand here, when you can go with the static, when you can go with the instance methods. If you have a work, okay, if you want to perform some operations, both static variables as well as instance variables, recommended to go with what? Recommended to go with what? Instance methods or not? Okay, if you want to, perform some operations only on the static variables, yes, you can go with the static methods. That is one thing. One more thing. See, if it is like an instance variables, most of the times we are going to perform instantiation, means object creation or not. Without creating an object, if you want to call a method, then you can go with what? Without creating an object, I don't want to create an object, still I want to call a method, then you can go with what? Without creating an object, if you want to call a method, then you can go with what? Static methods or not. Okay, if it is like a static method, no need to create an object to call the method. Directly class name is enough to call that method or not. Yes or no? These 2 points, okay? If you want to work with both instance and static variables, go with instance methods. If you want to work with only static, go with static. If you want to access without creating an object, go with the static. Go with the static. Understood? Up to here, okay or not? Come on. Any questions up to here? Up to here, any questions? Okay, shall we move? Okay, then. Now I want a class method, right? Okay, you only explain me. You don't know about the class methods. Okay, me also don't know about the class methods. At least how we can come to know about that methods. How we can come to know about that methods. Okay, let's go. First, I need a class. I need a class. Okay, done. Next, I need a method. I need a method. Done. Now, so far I learned instance as well as static. But if you see this one in your mind, what do you think about this F1? It is an instance or static? It is an instance method or static method?
Instance.
Instance method. Why? Because there is no decorator like @static method. So instance method. I don't want instance method. I don't want to know about the instance. I don't know about the instance. I don't want to know about the static. I know about the static. I want to know about which methods. I want to know about which method. Class methods or not. So that, okay, can I add the decorator is like what? Class method. First step done. Okay, in my test for class, we have one class method is there. What is that name? Come on, what is that name? That name is like F1. Done. Now I have a method. I want to access that methods. So how many ways, possibilities tell me, how many ways we can access either variable or a method? How many ways we can access either variable or a method which are inside the class? Two ways, either object, either class. Can we try with object first? Just I want to know, I want to come to know. O4 equals to test 4. I created an object. Done? Yes. Okay, can I call it? O4 dot which method? F1. I am calling or I am accessing this class method using a object. Using an object. Are you able to access or not? I am able to access or not able to access? Tell me. Not able to access. Okay, it gives me an error. You can see this error and fix it. You can see this error, fix it. We'll come back again. Now another way is what? Come on, another way is what?
Class name.
By using a class name. What is my class name? Test 4. What is my method name? F1. You can call it. Yes. If you observe this particular one, test for F1 take 0 positional argument but 1 was given. Test for F1 take 0 positional argument but 1 was given. Similar error message, same error message only or not. By seeing this error message, what we can understand? How we can fix this message? Test1.f1 is nothing but this f1. Take 0 positional argument. Okay, but how many are given? How many are given? Come on, how many are given? 1 was given or not. So they are giving 1 means, can I access, can I hold that 1? What is the name? With which name you want me to hold it?
Self.
Do you know that is like a self current class object? Do you know? Do you know that? Instance methods, yes. Okay, I checked, I printed the value, that is like a current class object. Do you know that one? It is like an object or not? I don't know. Just randomly just put some value. Okay, some for example value. Okay, done. Now, will it gives me an error or not? First, to fix that error. Will it gives me an error or not? No. Okay, I am able to access. But my question is, what is this val? That is the question. What is this val? What is this val? That is the question. How we can come to know? This val is which type? Val has which value? How we can come to know? One simple thing. This is only the way of learning. Print that val, right? What's wrong with us? Print that val, then you can come to know. Okay, now can I come here? Okay, now can I execute this? Can I execute this? Now, whenever I executed, now tell me, O4 is what? O4 is what? Is an object. But here val is what? See, O4 is an object. You said like self. Self means current class object. This is my current class object. But you received which value? It is an object, it is a class. What it passed? What it passed? It is an object. Object means this one. This is what? But the actual received value is what? Class, right?
Yes.
So that the val is like self or class. The val is like self or class. It is a class, right? It is a Class. Okay, which class? Your test 4 class only or not? If you have any work with that class, yes, you can do it. If you have any work with that class, you can do it. Understood, everyone? Now, can you conclude one statement? Can you conclude one statement? Class methods. How we can access the class methods? How we can access the class methods? Tell me.
Using class node.
Yeah, by using an object we can access. The next one is what? By using
And by using
class name also we can access or not. One is like by using an object we can access. Another one is like by using class name also we can access or not. Yes or no? Whenever you call the class method either by using an object or either by using a class name, how many parameters or how many values they are passing? Come on. My o4.f1, okay, they passed one parameter, that is the class. The next one, whenever you use like a class name to call a function or a method, okay, they passed what? Your class name as an argument or not. Either you can use object, either you can use a class name, yes, we can call it, but while calling they passed your class as a parameter or not. Agreed, everyone?
class.
Come on, that is that most of the times we not use class methods, but you can come to know. Most of the times we use it like a static instance. Now you got some idea. My class, what it contains. Tell me about the class. Class is a collection of variables and methods. Okay, there has 3 types of variables over there. One is like instance, static, and local. Next, how many types of methods are there? Instance, static, and class methods. There has one more method also there. What is that method? Underscore underscore init underscore underscore. That method purpose is what? Okay, that is called as what? Whenever you create an object, that particular constructor, okay, that method is going to execute or not. Whenever you create an object, which method executed, that method terminology wise we can call like what? Whenever you create an object, okay, one method executed, any programming language, whenever you create an object, which method executed, that method terminology wise we can call like what? Constructor or not. In Python, which method is acting like a constructor? What is the name? What is the
Underscore
name?
underscore init
Underscore underscore init underscore underscore or not. That is the exact name. If you change, if you remove underscore also, it is not work. Why? Because they are looking exactly which method. Underscore underscore init underscore underscore only or not. Agreed, everyone? Anyone have any questions? About the class? Okay, again I'm telling this is not only for Python. This is, okay, this concept is for any programming language. Any programming language. Okay, what is class? Okay, what is instance variable, static variable? Class methods are only for Python. Class methods are not in other programming languages. Okay, static methods and instance methods are common for all. Okay, just repeat one. Okay, all this stuff again. I'm going to write the code, you only tell. I have an instance method. Okay, I have an instance method. If I call, okay, if I call using an object, able to call or not? Possibility there or not there? Instance method can call by using an object, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, by
Yes.
passing how many parameters? How many parameters is going to pass?
One
One parameter. What is the parameter? By
current
default,
class object.
your current class
Current
object.
class.
Okay, self, perfect. One parameter is going to pass. Yes, the next one, using a class, you can call it or not?
Yes.
Yes. Did they pass anything? Did they pass anything? No. Default, they not pass anything. These are like a default only. You can pass extra, but default, did they pass anything or not? No, they not pass anything. If you want, you can pass it. Yes or no? Agreed? Now, static methods. How you can call it? Using an object, can I call or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Did they pass any parameters default?
No.
No, they not pass any parameters. Okay, using class name, can I call it or not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, how many parameters passed? Okay, there is no parameters, nothing. If it is like a static, no parameters, nothing. Okay, static method means they not pass any parameters by default, like that you can. Class methods, how we can call it? Using an object, can I call or not? Yes,
Yes.
you can call it. How many parameters passed?
One.
One parameter. One parameter. What is that parameter?
Class.
That is class. That is class. Using class name, can I call it or not? Yes. How many parameters is passed? One parameter. What is that parameter?
Class.
That is the class or not. Understood? Okay. Now, instance variables type. Variables. How we can call it? Can I call by using an object? Yes, no.
Yes.
Instance variables. Yes. Yes, instance variables we can access. Instance variable, can I call by using a class?
No.
No. Instance variables, we are not able to call by using class. Okay. The next one, static. Okay, static variables. How we can call it? Using an object. Yes, no. Yes.
No.
No. Yes. Okay. We can call static variable, we can call by using what? By using object. Object, no problem at all. Okay. Now, by using class name. Yes. Okay. Static variable, we can call it. I say name equals to such. It's a static variable or not? It's a static variable or not?
Double quote and single quote.
Yeah.
Sachin.
Now it's okay. Now see, test5 dot name. Will it work or not work? Yes. You can create an object for test5. Okay, o5 dot name. Will it work or not work? Yes. So static variables I can access using what? Static variable I can access using what? By using an object as well as by using class also. Next, local variables. How we can call it? Using an object? No. Next, using a class name? No. How? How we can call it?
Direct.
Okay, direct name. Direct name. Yes, we can call it. Understood? Okay or not?
What is
Okay, then I'll share this one. Okay, in tomorrow's session, we'll continue on things in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow we can discuss about the next two concept is like inheritance. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining.